Hello out there, YouTube. What's going on, everyone? It is D Dunn here, back on Oakland A's franchise. And it's Father's Day, and I cannot think of a more fun thing to do without my kids. I'll put it that way. They're at their mom's. They're at their mom's. So it's not like I am ignoring them to play baseball on the internet, but this is something I do enjoy doing. Happy to do it on Father's Day. So, where did we leave off? Last episode, we had the month of June where we got to see some of our young prospects down in Double A and I think one or two in Triple A. And then at the major league level, we played a game against someone. I don't remember who. The Reds, maybe? I don't know. We had a good game. We won. And we played a little bit better than 500 baseball in the month of June, which is not what we're shooting for. We should be well above 500, which we are. But the Astros gained some ground. The Rangers fell off a little bit. So as usual, it's a very close division. Our players are playing well, and now we have one of my favorite episodes to do. We have the draft, and we have the trade deadline. I do want to play at least one game. And last, I think 3 games we played have all been away games, so I want to play a home game. And I think I want to take on the Orioles, a team we haven't played very much, like in user games. So it'd be fun to reach out to them. It's right before the trade deadline, so we can kind of get a feel for where we're at and see what moves we need to make. First, let's take a look through the roster, see if there's anyone we want to put on the trade block ourselves. Honestly, we could look at trading Mason Miller. He's 27 years old. He's hit an 80 overall, but he has not produced. He is a little bit better, and he's been kind of back and forth between long relief role, starter, AAA, and majors. I just don't know. I know, in the MLB, your late 20s, early 30s, that's kind of your peak, which is weird because in most sports, it's like your mid 20s or early 20s. But in baseball, it's a little different. So, we could expect maybe in 3 years that he's going to be phenomenal. But we're a team that is looking to win now. So I don't know. We could look to move Trevor Rogers. We made a trade for him. Kind of same thing. He's a year older, but even less farther along in development than Mason Miller. We have Stuart Orr, who's been phenomenal, that we could actually bring up and elevate to fill those spots. And he's 2 years younger than Mason Miller and performs better, at least as far as we've seen. So there's some options there. Relief pitching, probably not. Good to see Manny Osuna doing well. It's a closer. Frankly, I'm just not sure what else we could do. I know we have a ton of depth in the outfield, but we could move JJ. Solaris had a great season, but I don't know. There's some stuff. I'll put it that way. There's some people, but I don't think we're filling up the trade block. Overall, I feel pretty good about where the team is at, and I think we're okay. So we might look to add a piece if there's someone on the trade block that we really, really like. So let's see. Let's view the trade block. Vladdy. Someone that we looked at possibly making a run at free agency, decided against it because at that time Ryan Noda was crushing it. And it looks like that was a good thing. He had a good season last year, but has really fallen off this year. Mark Ventos. Holy cow. So last year of his contract before he goes to arbitration, but still a lot of team control. And he is crushing it. He's got great hitting stats. Ooh. Only $1.8 million. He could be our everyday shortstop. We might make a run at Mark Vientos. Very interesting. Noel V. Marte. Stone Garrett. Sounds like a made-up name, but I don't think it is. Junior Caminero. Wow, lots of young guys down here. Brendan Donovan. Sick name. That just sounds like a good sports name. I mean, having a 360 on base would be pretty nice. But we kind of already have someone that fills this role. I don't know. Mark Vientos could be a guy that we go for. Because right now, we have Ronnie Mauricio, who has not been good. His first season was his best season when we traded for him. We gave him a nice long contract, and he's kind of shit the bed. Just nowhere near the productivity that we're looking for out of an everyday starter. So far, in fact, that we even went and signed Bobby Dahlbeck to be shortstop and hit against lefties. And he is doing well, but then he got injured. And he's still out for another month. So, and Ryan Noda slumping, we could, fit him in to that first baseman role if we needed to. So we'll consider that. Or do we just do it? Let's get through the draft first. We'll see where we're at. All right, so let's sim to draft day. 4 days away. Mike Estrada no longer injured. Thank goodness. That's a guy that I am really excited about. He is left fielder, right? Mike Estrada, yes. AAA just hits the ball and is pretty good on defense. He's okay. He has a great arm. He just can't field or catch. But that's fine. But I like him. So let's just make sure that he is, in fact, in the lineup down at AAA. He is. Okay, so he's leading off. Perfect. Okay, anyway. Lazaro Armenteros has a pulled back muscle out for a couple days. Now he's back. And here we are. Okay, let's go through position players first because there's fewer of them. Who do we scout? I think this guy's going to go first. He looks like he is a generational prospect, possibly. So we'll see. But we have Harry Escobar. Plays first base and outfield. He would never be an outfielder, and he's not good on defense, but decent power and good power and decent on base and contact skills. Add him to the queue. I mean, probably gonna add most of these guys just because they all look pretty decent. Except for this guy. He looks like he could be okay. But probably a very low overall player, like 45 overall with like B potential. That's what I'm guessing here. So probably someone we probably wouldn't be too excited for. Juan Yan Park looks like, solid B potential guy, but again, probably not worth it. Mason Batista looks like he could be solid. But honestly, this might be the guy. Jose Vasquez. MLB had him at 9. We have him at 21. 18 years old. Probably a B potential player. If we get lucky, high A. But just an all-around good bat. Pretty good on defense. Plays multiple positions. Definitely could be first pick. Peter Johnson also looks very good, but I do prefer that my defensive players or my outfielders actually have some good defensive qualities. They don't have to be amazing, but at least solid. So, but we'll add them. We'll see. I'm sure we'll get a chance at one of these guys. Herb Green, much older player, but we pretty much know exactly he's going to be B potential. He's going to be a 65-ish overall, and he has a pretty good hit tool and good power, decent defense. If we could get him in the second round, that would be, I think, good for us. We did have this center fielder, Ryan Gleason, who we discovered, so it's very likely he's going to fall. He's not going to get drafted early on. But we would have to get really lucky to even get B potential. And C potential guys can still make it in the league. So I don't want to discredit him for that. But probably not someone that we're not gonna take him, around 50 where we have him now. But we'll add him to the queue. And this guy also looks pretty solid. I don't think he's gonna fall to us though. We're picking at 18. And we have him at 12. MLB has him at 17. So I don't think he falls. Otherwise, he will be the guy. But like I said, I don't think he falls to us. And so my strategy here is to go with the best position player available, and then if we don't have anyone, then we'll go starting pitcher. All right, what did the Washington Nationals do? Did they end up picking the first baseman? They did. Andreas Estrella. I'm curious to see if he is indeed a generational prospect. Who's next? The Blue Jays picking at number 2. Go with catcher Guillermo Espinoza. We took 2 catchers in last year's drafts. That was a very deep position in last year's draft. Rockies taking Oliver Larkin, a starting pitcher, the first pitcher off the board. Ooh, and he's injured. So kind of a risky move there from the Rockies. Okay. What was this guy, right? This was the guy that was going to be our guy if he falls. So let's move him up the board. And then, who else do we like? Who else? You're probably at the bottom. No, you would be above. Ryan Gleason's definitely at the bottom. Peter Johnson looks pretty good. I think Mason Batista is probably our second best. Pablo De Jesus looks nice. Kind of a weird build though, right? Like super powerful versus lefties, but doesn't have the contact to match. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Peter Johnson. Um, yeah, I could move him up. Okay. Do I take the? Do I take go for the power bat? I mean, Pablo has much better contact, but not as consistent power. I think Peter Johnson I would probably take over Escobar. Um, yeah, this looks good. All right, so while we were reordering, looks like our main guy, our number one, got picked. Although I don't remember who it was. This guy, Andreas Calderon. Dang. Yeah, I didn't figure he was going to drop. But, all right. So we have the chance here to get Mason Batista. I mean, he does look good. He does look really good. I think the only problem, well, I guess not really a problem, that he would be behind Geloff at second. Um, Matt Chapman's eventually probably going to start regressing in a year or two. Ryan Noda's already not having a great year, so he could play first or third. Let's just take a quick look at the starting pitchers. This guy we say we have at the top 8, but I feel like it's so easy to find um, good pitchers down the board. I'm really not worried about it. Yeah, I think we're fine to find a pitcher. Um, yeah, Mason Batista, and he's asking for 2.4 million in signing bonus. That's not bad. Mason Batista, welcome to the Athletics. Go ahead and sim to our next pick. Yep, that's why you pick position players, because all the good ones are gone. All right, so we have Ryan Gleason, likely a C potential player. Gets on base reasonably well, okay defense, but I don't think too exciting. And since he was a discovered player, I don't have to worry about him being taken. I don't think I'm going to miss him much at all. So we're probably going to take a starting pitcher here. And one thing I notice is that control velocity and break, those attributes do not move. So I'm looking for someone who has really good control velocity and break, and then the rest, the rest of it can come. So Lewis Holland, great control, great break, not so good velocity. Let's take a look at his pitches. So his fastball does go up to, like, his velocity could be really down because, like, say his curve and his changeup are really low. They're not that low. His fastball's at 95. Looks like the curveball is going to be his good pitch, his most dominant pitch. Okay. He's certainly someone I could get behind. He also has great stamina. Luis Lozano, a little bit more well-rounded, and a lefty. He could also be much more advanced, but I feel like that potential is scary. 64 to 92 is quite the range. Okay, we're running out of time here. Darrell Welch. Also a lefty, great stamina. He looks to be way more well-rounded. Definitely limits home runs. I feel like that hit per nine is going to be just too low. Arthur McLean, great pitch break velocity and control. May give up some home runs, limits walks. His fastball, slider, changeup, cutter. Cutter looks really, really good. Throws it at 90 up to 97. All right, we have under a minute. So, I think we're going to add him to the queue. But here at the beginning, I'm not too concerned about velocity, especially because it goes. Let's add him to the queue. And then let's look at the two. Running out of time. All right. I think Arthur McLean is our guy. With only a couple seconds remaining, we finally make the decision. Ultimately, it just came down to having. He was just a little bit better in terms of like. He didn't have as much break, but he had just as much control and some velocity. And he had like his K per nine, walk per nine were just a little bit better. So we'll go with it. Let's see what our next pick. We still have Gleason. Though we're certainly not excited about him. Are there any other position players? We still have some position players. Steve Soto here could actually be a reasonably high potential player. You know, good arm, but which you don't need at playing first base. An average hitter. What pick are we at right now? 74? Okay. Just running through these. See if I see anything that kind of sticks out. I doubt I will. Now would be a good time to, find like maybe an older player so that, the scouting factor isn't Thomas Erickson looks interesting, but having the potential and the overall so close, that makes me think he's probably, 70 overall with 70 potential. That's the most likely scenario. It's very unlikely that he has 85 potential and is like an 80 overall. He was a discovered player, so he could be interesting. All right, so back to starting pitchers, and this is one we discovered. I mean, huge break and good stamina, but not great really anywhere else. Also, having walk per nine as your worst attribute is not good. It does not simulate well. Fred Thorman. Could be bad, but he could also be pretty good. Has good control, good break, decent velocity. This is interesting. He has literally no break. My God, I didn't realize I only had 48 seconds left. This is not good. Okay. So we have Eric Almanzar, Steven Soto. Not super impressed with him, but he could be just good enough. All right, we went with Jared Daly. I kind of panicked. I'm not going to lie. Probably not the best pick. But we'll probably go position player next. Okay, so we still have all of these guys. So we have Gleason, like Steven Soto, and Thomas Erickson. Steven Soto is probably the most likely to get taken first. So, I don't know, he just looks like an average guy that could have really good potential. I guess that's okay. We'll go ahead and take him. Not feeling as excited with this draft as we have in others. Okay, our other players go. But I think we'll probably have some quality here. Let's see, we could look at relief pitcher, anything. Randall Dodd. What a name. Short Keen, only 5'11" as a pitcher, but has a 99 per hour fastball. Good changeup and a curve. See, potential relievers aren't a bad thing. See. Although we did see our starting pitcher situation got us in trouble a little bit at the start of the season. So I would like to add some more depth there. Anyone with good potential? Not really. Oh, wow. It's just these like 3 or 4 guys. Okay. And then looks like we could. There's actually a few catching prospects that still look decent. Okay. Just not seeing anything that's really jumping out at me. I mean, of course, we are down to pick 122. So likely not going to see anything that's super exciting. So Randall Dodd or Robbie Tucker. Randall Dodd. I mean, that's some pretty insane velocity. And we could, Robbie Tucker, since he was a discovered player, he could be there for us next down. So let's go ahead and take Randall Dodd. Damn it. Someone else discovered him. Okay. Let's see. There's one starting pitcher left. He does have great stamina. That's about it. Overall, I think this was kind of a weak draft. Adolfo? Brother, that is a tough name. Anything close to Adolf is not good. Has no velocity on his pitches. Abraham Guevara? No pitch break, but throws the heat. My goodness. 4-seamer up to 99, 2-seamer up to 96. Limits hits. Limits home runs. Probably don't need to think too deeply about it. You know, guys going this late probably not going to develop into much. This guy has apparently the best sweeping curve ever. He actually looks pretty solid outside of his potential. We'll add him to the queue. Okay. I think we saw really catcher was probably our best shot at getting anyone decent, but I actually have some guys here with some decent potential, but wow. Just not a lot of options. All right, let's go with this guy. Chris Camper. Chris Camper. That's his name. Now, I imagine we have almost nothing. Yes. All right, well, we need a starting pitcher. Looks like it's you. All right. Not the most exciting draft, I will say that, but I just don't think there was actually really a ton of talent there. I definitely thought, there were some good guys at the top of the draft, but we were just a little short of getting some of the guys we wanted. Oh my God, we have someone in the home run derby. Who is it? Jorge Soler. Hell yeah, 24 homers on the season.
The show. Start.
Nice. Our first home run derby of this series. So that's exciting.
Welcome to the Home Run Derby. 8 hitters will battle head-to-head in a single elimination bracket.
All right, so we face off against
Contestants will be
Aaron
given
Judge.
4 minutes to hit as
Sick.
many home runs as possible. Let's get right to it. It's time for the Home Run Derby.
All right. Here we go.
Let's start the clock. Hitting first.
Wait, what the world? Oh,
Soler.
why did my settings change? I don't know why. Maybe just because it's the Derby.
Gone. That's his first home run. Another home run.
Wait, what? Okay, literally all of my settings are changed. And I'm so confused. All right, zone. And I can't change the camera either. It's really frustrating. Okay, we're just gonna have to figure this out and play with what we got.
His third home run. 3 minutes to go.
I'm shook. I'm
That
shook.
one is gone. That's a home run. His 5th in the round. That's
We're gonna have to
3
get
in a
busy
row
though
now.
if we want to beat Aaron Judge.
That's number 4 in a row.
We need to be pulling these. There we go.
Back and gone over the bullpen.
Come on, pitcher. What are we doing?
That one's off the scoreboard. Wow. That one's out of here. Now 11 home runs for him. It's gone. Home run number 12. Just 1 minute remaining.
Uh-oh. How are we missing these?
That one is out of here. His 13th home run.
All right, call a timeout. Get some energy back. Dude, I've gotten so used to the other camera.
And there
This
it
feels
is.
so weird.
His 14th home run. Out of here. That's his 15th home run. A hat trick. 3 in a row. 4 in a row now. 5 straight home runs. Time's up. That will do it.
All right.
He finishes with an astounding 18 home runs.
And Aaron Judge hit 19.
Ladies and gentlemen,
All right.
your home
Mark
run
Vientos.
derby champion, Mark Vientos.
So that was really disappointing. I mean, 18 homers, certainly not bad, but I was just really messed up by all of my settings being off, and now I'm just so confused. Okay. So I don't know. It's just something to do with the home run derby. Bummer that we didn't make it past the first round. Maybe should have just played it again, but um, bummer. Sorry, Jorge Soler. I did not do you justice. Did not do you justice. Uh-oh. And that was the guy I think that we were thinking about getting, right? That was on the trade block. Yep, that was him. So we kind of missed our opportunity there. I guess we should have just gone for it, but he, wins the home run derby and gets scooped immediately. No surprise there, I guess. All right, so what did we say? We were going to play the Orioles. All right, now we have to look at signing our draft picks. Who is really excited to join the team? I'm not excited for you to join the team, unfortunately, my friend. All right, so we'll add our top picks here. My panic pick. I hope he doesn't suck. That's going to be bad. These guys will obviously, they're not at 50% interest. We'll go and offer this gentleman, Jared Daly. Okay. Easy sign. Anyone else over 50%? All right. So we'll also get some scouting on these guys. So we'll decide if we do want to go ahead with that. Ryan Noda out for a day or two. We'll just keep him active. Okay. And we're slumping. We have only won 3 games. What's going on here? Let's look at our lineup. Curtis Mead is cold, but Ryan Noda is still cold. Dang, that makes me really frustrated that we didn't make that trade sooner. Oh, we might honestly look to get another infielder. This guy really in AAA this year? He's not doing well, though, in the majors thus far. Ooh, Brendan Donovan regressing for some reason, but apparently is crushing lefties this year. Having a pretty good season. Gets on base at 362. That is very good. Really not a whole lot of like elite options here. G1 Bay could be good. Let's look at the standings. Who would be selling? The White Sox, Twins, Tigers. White Sox, Twins, Tigers. Let's see. Marlins, I think, were one. Who do you have in your infield? Anyone? Jimmy Post plays first, third, and left field. What a combo. But probably not who we're looking for. Ooh, look at that mustache. Jacob Berry, 315 average, 385 on base, 538 slug. OPS over 9. He looks like he could be pretty good. These guys have lots of young talent. Who else did we say? St. Louis was one. Brendan Donovan, we already know, is on the trade block. He's been really good. But he doesn't play first. Okay. Who else was doing poorly? The White Sox. And it's easy to see why. Not a ton of talent on that roster. How about Detroit? Colt Keith? Colt Keith plays second and third. He is having a very good year. This is it. This is it. I'm immediately a Spencer Torkelson. Let me just make sure that Detroit is in fact sucking. $40 and 55, 13 and a half games back. I think that's a trade we want to make. So just out of curiosity. Okay, the Braves are leading. Dang it. I would love to get Matt Olson, bring him back. Okay. Who do we want? Tigers. Yeah. We're going to go for it. It's going to take a lot, but this is a huge trade. He's only $7 million too. What do you want? You want a catcher and a third baseman and a right fielder. We got catchers for days. You want Sussex is close. Okay, we're going to see if we can get by with getting rid of Pizzo. You want a third baseman. I'll give you Mauricio. And a fielder. And a fielder. Wow, Martin Meza doesn't even get it across the line. How about J.J. Bleday? No. Wow. Okay, so I think we need to go back to catcher. Susick. And then an outfielder. Meza doesn't do it. Bleday doesn't do it. Trent Grisham doesn't do it. Wow. I think we're going to have to throw in a pitching prospect. An A potential player doesn't do it? That's crazy. Okay, so they really like, what does it look like if I just do Mauricio? About the same. Okay. So catcher is easier to replace for us. So I'd rather do that first. And then what about, wow. So 2 A potential prospects. Do we give up on Chris Paddock? So it looks like it's got to be one of our starters. Do we dump Mason Miller? That doesn't get it done. So it's pretty much got to be Paddock or McKenzie. Paddock's actually turning it around a little bit. McKenzie is crushing it right now. Would you take... Oh my God, this still doesn't do it. That's crazy. But this... I imagine Ryan Noda does nothing for this. Yeah, we got to throw someone that's... I'm not getting rid of Julio Rice. He's been stellar, and he's cheap. Chapman's not going. God, do we get rid of Paddock? I don't think he's worth the $16 million. And then an outfielder. Would JJ get to start there? Maybe. So we do have a deal for Spencer Torkelson. The Tigers have been terrible the last like 2-3 years. They would get an established starting pitcher, Chris Paddock. They would get a young prospect who is already in the majors. Or no, we have him at AAA? Okay. And they also wanted an outfielder, so they would get a relatively young power hitting J.J. Bleday. And they like that deal. I feel like it's not quite realistic enough. Maybe Trent Grisham. I feel like that's a little bit more realistic. He's having a down year. Okay. So, what should be a really good starting pitcher, they still have 2 years of control on him. They get Trent Grisham. Maybe he can, perform better there in Detroit. And then a young catching prospect for Spencer Torkelson. Okay. Whew. Big deal. Big deal made. That's huge. That is massive. Okay. So now Spencer Torkelson steps in at first. He's going and then versus lefties, he's going to move way up. Okay, so we are going to absolutely destroy any lefty that we face, pretty much. Sorry, Ryan Noda. He's not doing horrible, but I think we have a real chance here to have a huge impact player like Spencer Torkelson. I think that's massive. That's massive. Okay. And he could be our Chappie replacement because he can move over to third. And he can play outfield. All right, but now we definitely have... Yeah, we're short 2 players on our roster. We also gave up our second best pitcher. But that means it is time. It is time. Stuart Orr, welcome to the majors. I am excited to see what he can do. I'm very nervous for him, honestly. I'm very nervous. But he crushed in Double A, he crushed in Triple A. So now we hope that he continues to excel up here in the majors. I'm worried. I'm worried. But we'll see. We'll see. And then we need to add another outfielder. Blade's been doing well. He's slumping now, but he has been doing really well. But it might be Mike Estrada because he hits very well. He played. Yep. The other one would be Lawrence Butler. But I think it's going to be Estrada. I just love the contact skills, the ability to get on base. He's fast, he can steal, and he has a huge cannon. So he is going up to the majors. So that fills our spot. We're going to move Colby. Let's see. So we need. So they have 2, 3, 4 outfielders. That's probably fine for AAA. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outfielders for. And I'm actually going to. Oh, man. I might actually drop Mesa down to single A. But I think I'll change his training. Okay, so let's actually go training. Martin Mesa. That contact just has to come up somehow. Pitching rotation. Stuart Orr will be number 5. And we're definitely going to play his starter debut for sure. Which is against the Rangers. Oh. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So maybe we play the Kansas City game because I want to play a home game. Okay. I think we're okay for now. Look to sign anyone. No one's over 50% interest yet. Okay, we'll just keep it as is. Yes. Okay, AAA is still fine on pitchers. Okay. Yeah, we can auto-fix the lineups. Henry Bolt. Out for over 6 months. Obviously, he goes to the 60-day. He was center field, yeah, in Double A. I think they're still okay. Yeah, they have 2, 3, 4, 5. Rockhounds do not have 4 valid lineups. We'll auto fix that. Data sign. I don't think I have anyone. So I can make a run at Batista, our first round pick. Wow, he signs for the bare minimum. Okay. So our first round pick is signed. It's exciting. We'll also offer the minimum. Okay. How about Dodd? Do you want the minimum? No. That's fine. Okay. We get 2 guys, though. And then I think what I'll do is we'll player lock. We'll player lock Stuart Orr in his MLB debut, and then we'll play a full game. I think. Let me see how long. On for an hour. Okay. So we're going to player lock. I guess we could have player locked Spencer Torkelson too. But it's going to be Stuart Orr making his major league debut against a division opponent who is currently leading the division. So certainly has his work cut out for him. All right, so
Plays at 1 now.
you know, we just saw him in the minor league showcase last month. And let's see what he can do here. I'm hopeful. And he strikes out his first batter in 3 pitches.
Carter.
1 down now. 1 down.
Gotta feel good about that, right? You gotta feel good about that. I don't want to go same pitch mix. I mean, let's see if we can get another swing and miss on the sinker. Oh my God.
Batting third. The
Stuart Orr.
Corey Seager.
The guy who can't strike out anyone has struck out the first 2 batters on one of the best teams in baseball right now. I mean, we're pitching to the same location, so I got to mix it up a little bit better than that.
Hey,
They're
strike
also
this
just,
guy out. Get him yourself.
and we'll go again back to the sinker. Is this the put out pitch?
Ball 1.
My God, that was close.
2
I think
down.
we'll go
You got
change
2
up.
down.
2-2 the count.
Takes. And then how about a sneaky fastball? We haven't pitched up at all. He strikes out the side. Stuart Orr, next Cy Young winner. No, probably not. But in your major league debut, you strike out the side to start. Incredible.
Plays at 1 here.
Incredible.
Ball 1.
And nobody.
Absolutely filthy first inning. I'm loving this. Tell you what. 4 strikeouts. 4 batters, 4 strikeouts.
Hey, here we go.
I am shooketh. I am absolute befuddled at this performance.
2 the count.
I think they've only made contact on one pitch so far, maybe two. This is crazy. If we could strike out 4 in a row, no. But it looks to be a lazy fly ball. Oh no! He fumbles.
Easy, there, he's safe.
Ahmed Rosario, what are you doing, brother? That is who we have in center, right? Maybe Dylan Carlson.
Hey, let's make a play and hold him right here. Let's go.
Okay.
Nope,
So
that's the ball.
he finally allows a base runner, but it really shouldn't have been, honestly.
Ball.
It was almost an error.
He's going, he's going, he's going.
Hey.
Did we get him? We do.
2 down, 2 down.
Bold move from Marcus Simeon trying to steal third. And now we've put ourselves in a position to get our 4th strikeout of the game. All right. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm smiling. I feel good. Let's go. All right. Why is Adolis Garcia hitting 7th? Interesting. Okay. So, needless to say, this has been an exceptional MLB debut. Especially from someone who doesn't strike people out typically.
Yeah, let's go right here.
I mean, he's been amazing.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count.
We are looking at walking our first batter, though, which we do not do with Stuart Orr. He does not walk batters.
1, 1, 1.
Got him.
All right. First out. Wish we had a little bit more run support.
1, 1, 1.
Our also new addition, Spencer Torkelson over there. Someone else we need to take a look at.
2 down now. Here we go.
1, 1, 1.
Turns on that slider inside.
Got him.
That's more like what I was expecting from this game, is just lots of contact and defense. But, you know, we struck out the first 4 batters.
Leading off for the Rangers,
Have our
the
5th
center
now.
fielder, Leody Taveras.
Still hanging on to a 1-run lead.
Ball 1, no strike. That's ball 2. 2 balls, no strike.
2 pretty good pitches right there.
Plays at 1 now.
Ball.
I think we got to go fastball. This one's a lazy fly. Okay. He doesn't drop that one.
The left fielder, number 32.
The only reason they have
Evan
had a runner at all.
Carter.
Imagine pitching it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's gone. That is definitely one thing I am worried about. He does have a low home run per nine rating. And now kind of lost the gas a little bit. That fastball just middle. But we're okay. solo shots won't kill you, or at least so they say.
Hey, we got one.
You know, probably shouldn't be pitching up anyway. Got another fly ball out to left. Should be no problem. I mean, currently we're looking at about a 2 ERA.
1-1-1.
Here we go. So, I mean, still doing great. Very efficient. Spencer Torkelson didn't even dive for that. That's going to be another double from Marcus. 105 off the bat. Just shot down the third base line.
Hey, nobody wait.
Got to be really careful. Because if we leave anything up, it could be gone. Very close pitch there.
Ball 2.
Another one. And there we get a
Yeah, right there.
infield fly.
That's outside.
And Stuart Orr is young too, so. But if he can be young and just as good as
That's down.
Mason Miller might get packed too.
Count full.
They just are not biting on anything below the plate. And that's actually going to score a second run. Nice hard hit ball.
Hey, get him yourself right here. Let's go.
Still feel pretty good. It's kind of what I expected.
What you got?
That's why I was so shocked at his first 4 batters.
One.
But so far, 2 runs through 5 is not bad. Our bats need to come alive. They do not. We're being pretty predictable here, but this is not the pitcher where you can really pitch high in the zone.
One down here, fellas.
Hey.
So he should only get better with time. Do have to mix it up a little bit. I know I say we can't pitch up, but
Ball. That's out.
Hey, need a strikeout right here.
we can't use that reliably. It's got to be only to mix up with other pitches. Another strikeout, though. Got to be getting close to double digits, I think. You can't miss there against a talented lefty batter like Corey Seager.
Nope.
That was definitely a mistake pitch.
1-1. That's ball 2.
Oh, that is so tough to see. Although we did get a very generous call earlier, so another strikeout. Stewart Orr, have yourself a day. Of course, 4 hits, 2 runs is not great. It's definitely not bad by MLB standards. 2 runs through 6 innings.
Leading off for the Rangers, the first baseman.
And on your MLB debut, no less.
Here we go, fellas. Let's go.
I still don't know how I feel about getting rid of Chris Paddock. Probably our first like really big free agent signing that we made. But he wasn't pitching bad, but we had to give them someone
1-1-1.
to get Torkelson.
He's out.
And I felt good
Let's go.
about bringing up Orr and bringing him up early. I mean, 2.5 years in the minors. Where, oh God, that sinker almost got crushed. But '80th pitch here. Oh my God.
Come on here.
I think I got lucky there. We're playing with fire.
Ball. 2-2 to count.
I mean, Marcus has been a tough out. He has hit the ball very well this game. Has 2 doubles. I don't know what to throw him. Apparently a fastball at 89 gets a swing and a miss.
Your attention.
I mean, excellent location, but wow, they're going to pull us.
Miller.
All right. Interesting that they would just pull us like that. But I just wanted to player lock him. But we're going to step in.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's the top of the ninth. This is our last shot.
Now pitching for the Rangers, number 25, Jose Leclerc.
We might as well step in.
That's a ball.
Great slider. Ooh,
1 ball, 2 strikes.
it's just so slow. All right. Pull a cutter. Didn't miss by too much. Also, our first at bat was Spencer Torkelson. Oh my God!
Count.
That slider is honestly really disgusting.
Ball, that's just out.
That cutter is actually pretty vicious too.
Yep, that ball went out.
I mean, I would keep throwing it if I got a swing and a miss like we did on first pitch. Oh, and then that one just doesn't move at all and just bloop. My God. And fastball, it says is his primary pitch, and he's thrown 1. I mean, good contact, but that's tough. All in all, pretty good MLB debut from Stewart Orr. 6 2/3, allowed 4 hits, and 2 earned runs, but 9 strikeouts from a guy who shouldn't strike people out very much. So that's definitely a highlight. And then we get shut down in the top of the 9th. It's tough. All right, so back to signing picks. Still declining our offers. So okay. We still have plenty of time. And Dahlbeck is back. So we need to switch our lineups up a little bit. Did I already put him in? It did. Okay. So he's at short versus righties and versus lefties. He is going to get moved up, I think, yeah. And we'll see, because he doesn't have the best contact, obviously, versus righties. So we may look to put Mauricio back in at short versus righties if he starts to slump. But if he's batting .292, he only has 48 at bats because he was injured for 4 months or whatever. But we'll see how he does. We will see how he does. Okay. And now we have too many players on the roster. Okay, so I think we can take Logan Davidson down to AAA. He just doesn't have much opportunity, and we have other better players above him. Wait, why would he be in one of our lineups? Okay, whatever. Has a finger contusion. 1 to 2 weeks. We'll just keep him active. That's fine. Another day to sign draft picks. All right, how about 674? That gets him to sign. All right, we still have plenty of money to sign these last 3 guys. I don't, Arthur McLean, I need your interest to go up a little bit better, buddy. A little worried that his hits per 9 and home runs per 9 are a little weak. But he limits walks and does get strikeouts. So I feel pretty good about it. He does have an amazing cutter, it looks like. Cutter slider combo could be pretty vicious. Okay. And then we get a chance. I did want to play against Baltimore. How long have we been streaming for? Only an hour and a half. Yeah, so we can do a full game. So let's do Stewart Orr again. Playing the full game this time. So it was only his second start. We're going to try and get him off on the right track. Orioles, maybe not as talented as a team as the Rangers, but hopefully we can give him some run support, which he did not have in his first game.
The center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
I just need to send a quick text. Please pardon me. Okay. All right. Probably the same strategy. Pitch low. We might try just sticking with the fastball even more. Obviously, we're not blowing people away with velocity, but I think it's the pitch that we can pinpoint the best. And that's something that we're going to need to do with the lack of velocity, is just really dot up our pitches.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And then use it to set up the changeup, the slider, the sinker, so on and so forth. With the occasional high fastball. And as long as we can keep it, as long as we can locate well, you know, keep these pitches in the corners, should be soft contact.
Here we go. Yep, got him.
Good defense there from Bobby Dahlbeck. All right, facing Grayson Rodriguez. Flamethrower. Holy cow.
No ball, 1 strike.
Wow. Okay. Got to focus in.
Yeah, out.
And a cutter. So 4-seam cutter.
0-1.
Wow, I am biting on these sliders.
Ball. 1-1. Ball.
Good pitch. Oh, wow. The diving play from the shortstop. He does stop it. But no throw to be made. Man, the stadium looks cool, I'm not going to lie.
1 ball, 1 strike. Say!
Man, Geloff has just been a cornerstone for this team since the start of this franchise. I've loved how he's developed. That is not the pitch I wanted to swing at, honestly.
No ball, 1 strike.
Wow. Wow. Uh-oh. Brownie gets into one. Home run. I love Seth Brown. He just always seems to deliver. And at our new stadium, which is much more hitter friendly. Oh my God, is that one going to go? No. Okay. Warning track. Jake Berger. Isn't there a Jake Beer who played for the Diamondbacks? Have Beer and Berger on the same team? That'd be hilarious. Get Beer, Berger, and Dick Lovelady on the same team. Young stud Gunnar Henderson. Although now in this franchise, we're some years removed. He's not that young anymore. No one bites on these low pitches. That I don't know how you watch that one go by. But Gunnar Anderson has an eye. Now Jackson Holiday. I mean, he's not the way we're pitching with him, it's not too challenging to know what's probably coming. Oh my God, throw the ball. I did not think he was going to go for two, but he does. And that is a really easy out for us. Wow. All right, Spencer, let's see what you can do. A burner up the center, but another diving stop from the shortstop. This time he does make the throw. Oh my God, that was a pitch to destroy, and we were just early on it. I think it's interesting how he's pitching backwards. A lot of off-speed breaking balls and then goes to the fastball occasionally. My God, what a disgusting pitch. Or more, I guess, disgusting swing from me. And by me, I mean Tyler Soderstrom. I don't know what he was thinking. So, a little bit of a pitching duel. I mean, we got some early runs, but not much excitement since then. And even then, that was just a single and a home run. Not like we put together a lot of hits. I would like this sinker to work better. There we go. Nice changeup. being very efficient. 28 pitches through 2 2/3, or 3 2/3. All right. Let's put the bat on the ball.
Up. That's the ball.
Beautiful. Right through the gap into left center. Maybe honestly hit a little bit too hard because it got to the wall and bounced back, but absolutely barreled. Slider left up in the zone.
One ball, no strike.
We just lay off those sliders that have gotten us.
Two balls,
I think we'll be
no strike.
okay.
Strike. Woo.
Okay, that wasn't a strike, but Rodriguez getting a little lucky here as the strike zone expands,
Three balls, two strikes.
but has worked himself into a full count. Chapman is. And then whiffs on the curveball. We're just early on it. Rosario's going to go after his curveball. First pitch. Grounds out though, but does advance the runner. Geloff reaches out for that circle change left up, but really early and over the top. Oh my God, stop swinging at that.
Strike.
Oh my God. Geloff got absolutely worked in that at bat.
He's out.
They try to bunt, but it ends up going foul, and we catch it. That is 2 pitches and 2 outs here in the top of the 4th.
No, that's a ball. Ball two.
How did we not get the strike on that? Maybe it's just east and west he's being generous.
Count it.
All right. Seth Brown, who hit our
1-0.
home run for our only 2 runs of the game, back up. Pulls this one to second, or to the second
The
baseman.
batter, number 2, designated hitter, Jorge Soler.
That's a ball. One ball, no strike. Oh. Up.
Wow. That was definitely a pitch to get into. And then we're under that. Uh-oh. There's Spencer Torkelson. It is high. It is deep. It is gone. Our new trade piece making his presence felt. Not a bad pitch. Just a better at-bat. And then Soderstrom immediately lines out to center. Another very hard hit ball from him, but just does not
Leading off
land.
The third baseman, Jake Berger.
Another excellent start here for Stewart Orr.
One strike. That's a ball.
Into his 5th inning, only 36 pitches and only 1 runner on base allowed. I was very, very, very nervous. I was excited but nervous to bring him up because this is a very home run friendly park.
Out of there.
So with his low home run rating, and we have seen him give up a home run in his first opening game. There's no way he makes contact with this. Just kidding. We kind of missed our spot. If that would have been inside, I think he whiffs on that, but we leave it up. Luckily, no damage done. Dylan Carlson's skies went out to left. 99 on the black.
Nope. Ball one. 1-0.
What?
1-1.
Wow, were we really that early? I guess we were. We're going to barrel up the next fastball, though. 100 coming in and 98 coming out. That's crazy. We hit the ball less hard than it came in.
Now batting.
But I guess that happens a lot.
Matt
Just seems weird.
Chapman.
Chapman with an uncharacteristically poor day at the plate. Having a really good season here in 2026. Pretty good fastball to turn on there, but just late and under it.
Oh, and 1.
Good curveball. Just catches the bottom of the zone.
Ball one.
Thought about it, but holds off.
Ball. 2-1.
I mean, Rodriguez is pitching extremely well this game. We've gotten just enough to get some runs across.
Ball 4. Take it
There we
back.
go. Rosario works a walk. And now would be a good time for Geloff to figure out how to hit the ball. He got
No ball. One
and
strike.
continues to get worked. Same pitch sequence as before.
1 ball. 2 strikes. Ball.
Luckily, he doesn't bite on those 2 sliders. Oh, come on, Blue. The curveball apparently catches the zone.
Leading off for Baltimore, the left fielder, Austin.
It's frustrating. Really worked himself back into that at bat, and fortunately, just tough call from Blue there. It happens. But certainly doesn't feel good. Give me that. He went around. What? Umps are sabotaging. But Stuart Orr's stellar day continues. His second start here in the majors.
Hey! 0-1.
Incredibly effective here. You know, unfortunate loss in his first start. Just really no run support.
1-2.
Only allowing 2 runs in 5 innings in that game, and none here, and he's through the 6th.
Now batting, the right fielder, Heston.
In only 50
Herzog.
pitches. He very well could have a complete game here, as long as he continues to pitch
No ball. 1 strike.
the way he has. All right.
Ball.
That slider a little too inside. We're going to go back to it, though. Hit very hard. But Carlson is there swiftly
Ladies and gentlemen,
to make the
your
catch.
attention please.
And they're going to turn it over to Shintaro Fujinami. Okay.
Number 11.
And first pitch, Seth Brown's going to hit this one hard. It is high, it is deep, and it is caught on the warning track. Fastball right down the middle, just barreled. But Soler doesn't miss. That one is crushed. Showcasing some of that Soler power, the reason he was in the home run derby. And we go back to back. Spencer Torkelson, our new trade piece, goes yard. Ladies and gentlemen, grab your tickets. Next stop, Pound Town. 4 pitches, 2 home runs. Soderstrom tries to join, but pokes one through the left gap. And so far, every A has swung at the first pitch and made great contact.
1 ball. No strike.
But Fujinami misses bad there. Now we kind of see why that ERA was so elevated. Just threw 4 fastballs right down the middle. And we were all over it. I mean, these are obviously very hittable balls. Although, barely made contact with that one. Barely. Ooh. That cutter had some funky, like, whoop, whoop. I mean, I'll give it to him. He's at least challenging these A's batters.
Now batting, shortstop, Bobby Dolbeck.
My God, almost his 3rd home run given up in the inning. Just a little early on that splitter.
Oh, 2.
Finally gets a swing and miss. 99 up. We're too late on it. That pitch does get away from him, but Soderstrom does not move up from first.
Ball 2. 2-2.
And I think we've seen this a few times.
3.
where we've seen our opponents pull their starters pretty early.
Take your base.
Then we work a walk. Another home run would absolutely blow this game open.
Strike one.
This one, though, is not skied out and not even to the outfield. But still a good inning.
Strike. 0-1.
And Stuart Orr out here again for the 7th.
No, no ball.
And he's just been fantastic. Only 57 pitches. I think he's only seen 1 or 2 full counts. Let's see if we can dot one up high and away. We get the soft contact, another fly out. I mean, what a clinic from Stuart Orr.
That's out the corner.
Our only hope is that when we are simulating his games, that he is
Yes.
performing this well.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
Closing in on our favorite pitch. This one, number 68. And our favorite pitch, number 69.
No, that's a ball.
The catcher, number 35, Adley Rutschman.
We are getting low on stamina, though. I think 80 pitches is probably about his max.
No ball. 1 strike.
We're going to leave him out here. Nice. Great changeup. Gets a swing and miss. Another strikeout.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And that is
it's
just a
time.
phenomenal performance. We're going to go to the bullpen. Looks like lefty might be the way to go. We'll get Garrett Crochet in. And now we see Jackson Kowar. Not having a very good year. We'll look for that. We'll look to try to make that trend continue. Has a kind of a weird release, though.
Nope, that's off the plate.
Starts with back-to-back curveballs. And his first slider misses big. Right up in the zone. Ahmed Rosario does not miss and crushes that one out in the left. That is not where you want to put a slider. Geloff 0 for 3 today.
No ball. 2 straight.
I mean, 2 phenomenal pitches there, I guess.
Ball. Outside.
He did get cheated on the strikeout last at-bat. He fights that one off. Very low and inside, but makes good enough contact, sends it back up the middle. We get a single out of it.
Now batting, the left fielder, Seth
You think
Brown.
that one could have been ball 3, but after seeing the way his last at-bat went, you can't really take any chances.
1-0. One ball. 1 strike.
Ooh. Pitch to hit there. Circle change left up. We just can't wait on it enough. Ooh. He beats that one into the ground. Not his best swing. Only 24 miles an hour off the bat. Circle change way outside. But it does get Geloff to second. This one's skied out into left field. Geloff does not advance. And now we'll see what Spencer Torkelson can do. Hit a bomb in his last at-bat.
No ball. 1 strike.
And beats this one into the ground. Kawar is able to range over, snag that, and make the throw to first in time. Ahmed Rosario, not known for his power as our leadoff batter, but gets into one there.
Your attention, please. Now pitching, Garrett.
And now Garrett Crochet, our setup man. Wildly different than Stuart Orr. Lefty with huge velo.
0-2.
Definitely not the control artist, but does get strikeouts.
Strike. Woo. Oh, 2.
And he's 2 for 2. Makes quick work of the first 2 batters.
No, that's a ball.
And now going lefty-lefty again against Jackson Holiday.
1-1.
Ooh. Not a good slider there. Left pretty much middle.
Ball 2.
Reaches out there, but apparently that's not a swing. But 96 puts him down. Let's go ahead and throw Mason Miller in to finish off this game. It's a very low leverage situation. Jesus Christ. Sodi joins the home run parade. So grab your chips and soda. Soderstrom goes yard. Now we see David Garcia, young 20-year-old reliever. Doesn't look that bad, honestly.
Now pitching for the Orioles, number 19, David Garcia.
Wow. Who's playing shortstop for them? Is that Gunner? No.
The shortstop, Bobby Dolbeck.
But this score could be even worse if without some excellent play from the Orioles shortstop. I'm not sure who's playing that position today. But Henderson, right? Is that what I'm reading? So, it is the young Gunnar Henderson. Chapman 0 for 4 on the day. Very uncharacteristic.
One ball, one strike.
Of course, he's faced only righties today. And we are not particularly adept as a team at hitting righties. Very good against lefties, though. Holy cow. Oh, wow. The behind the back throw to second is made, and the double play is turned. That is a great double play. We've seen some phenomenal defensive plays from the Orioles, but our pitching has just been better.
Attention, please. Now pitching, Mason Miller.
Jesus. We've seen some pretty bad calls from Blue today, though.
Nope, ball two. Yep, he's out.
Nice throw there. Fastball middle, offered up, fouled off. Don't really change the strat, just throw it hard. Seth Brown showcases his range. Is able to snag that one.
No ball, one strike.
Oh, man. That one just bloops over Chapman's head. Lands for a single. Carlson dives. No dice.
That's three.
There we go. Mason Miller finishes off the game. A's win 7-0. We saw less than stellar performance from the Orioles pitching staff today. Outside of their starter, a lot of fastballs down the middle and a lot of home runs. Spencer Torkelson, our new trade piece, gets player of the game, 2 for 4 with 2 home runs. So we get to see both of our new MLB additions, and both were good. All right. Another day to sign draft picks. I really don't know if I want to offer on this guy. There's a chance he could be, like, very little chance he's very good. does sign. We just gave him the bare minimum. We have $3 million to sign our last two. Yes, our last two draft picks. Finish off. We'll up this to 2 million. 300K over his asking, and he does sign. And then we have Charles Cruz. He declines. Interesting. Today's the trade deadline. I think we already made our trades. Johan Duran, closer, goes to the Reds. And not many trades made. At least not any big ones. All right. Cruz, you want 260. We're willing to give you 3.8. Offer declined. That's fine. We're not missing out on much. All right, we'll send one more day. And now we get to see how good our draft was. And it was okay. Definitely our weakest draft so far. But let's take a look what we got. Mason Batista. We go second baseman for 2 years in a row. Only a C potential, 75 potential, 59 overall. But hits the ball well. Not great on defense, but he has good speed. So, he has some aspects of his game there that could be something. He's definitely going to get on base. So we have that. Arthur McLean, 52 overall, 84 potential. Just has a long way to go in the per 9. Has good stuff. Control, velocity, break. It says his velocity is 83. I guess that's because his slider and his changeup are good. I don't know. But interesting. We'll see what he can do. Jared Daly, 75 potential starting pitcher, 66 overall. Huge break, good velocity, throws up to 95 on the four-seamer. He's a lot farther along than McLean, but not as high potential. Steven Soto, B potential player, nice, but only a 47 overall. So we'll see. Relief pitcher Randall Dodd ends up being a 79 potential, and not really a whole lot to look at here. Has good velocity. We'll see. And Chris Campaneris, D potential, 57 overall. Not sure. Do want to see that first baseman if he was in fact the number 1 overall. If he did end up being a generational prospect. He was. Andreas Estrella, 79 overall, 99 potential, and oh my God. For an 18-year-old to have that level of talent at the plate, that's insane. He is going to be good. They also get a great closing pitcher. Huge velocity. That's awesome. And yeah, I think I was right in my assessment of this draft class. We've only seen a few A potential players. And normally there's quite a few, especially from pitchers. But I think 2 so far. Good draft pick. Third baseman, Jose Nieto. 91 potential, 70, but already a 72 overall. Angels continue to suck. This is interesting. His scouted potential was 80 to 95. And his actual potential was even under his lowest value. That is heartbreaking. So, a better draft than many teams, but not the best draft class. We still find some good value. And I think out of all of them, Arthur McLean here seems to probably give us our best hope of a future starter. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Well, that will conclude today's episode. Let's see. We do end up taking second in the division, pushing the Astros back down, and we're above them by 2 games. 7.5 games behind the Rangers, who are just hitting the ball better, getting on base more. We don't walk a lot, but we still hit. But our pitching is really what's carrying us right now. So Torkelson, we just got, he gets cold right away, but Soler's almost at 30 home runs, Gelof's at 26. So 20 home runs, 20, 26, 21, 29, 24. Dylan Carlson is the only guy down here who just can't hit home runs, and Bobby Dahlbeck, which is crazy because he has 72 power and 97 versus lefties. But he also only has 80 at-bats. I think we got a team that can make a run here, though, and I am pretty stoked about it. Pitching, Stuart Orr in 2 starts has pitched 20 innings, 16 strikeouts, a 1.35 ERA, and a .5 WHIP. Of course, we have been controlling those, but still you will not find any complaints out of me. Wells is looking solid. Tristan McKenzie is cold right now, was pitching really well. Still, a 3.2 ERA and a 1.12 WHIP is phenomenal. Clevenger looking a little tough. Julio Urias still great. I mean, he's B potential and a 93 overall, so he's been good and staying good for a while. Clevenger starting to fall off, 35 years old. We might have to swap him for Mason Miller. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. And Jojo Romero, I think, is probably the big surprise here. After 2 straight years pitching over a 4 ERA, he gets moved to the closer and is excelling. 33 saves, 4 blown saves, 1 hold. Not bad. Garrett Crochet has also been excellent in the setup role. Although Chafin regressing very quickly. Hannah's getting better, but I was hoping for a little bit more. And then Ryan Thompson looking great. Still improving at 33. Yeah, Clevenger's really falling off. I don't know if he's going to be able to hang for the rest of the season. But I feel really good about how we're doing. Our minor league squads are, not great. But I feel really good about where we're at. We have the month of August next, September call-ups, and then if all goes well, we'll have October baseball. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. If you're new, subscription is always appreciated. So is a like and a comment. And even if you dislike the video, that's fine. Just leave me a comment. Let me know how I can improve my content in the future. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.